Hi, it's Kylie Coo. Welcome to my studio. So, today I am going to be working in my Chunky Funky again. So, it's Friday. This will go up on Saturday, just the same as last week. And I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone who watched my Chunky Funky video last week. Thanks to everyone that gave it the thumbs up, and thanks to everyone that left a comment. So I really do appreciate that. So today I decided that rather than rustling through my little pouch bags, I would pull some things out. I did notice that when rustling through, it gets a bit noisy and crackly, although I know there's so many of us actually like to hear the rustle of paper. So I pulled some things out and I thought, don't have enough things of interest here. So I went out to my garage where I keep a lot of my junk, and I pulled another box. So I am going to have a bit of a look through this as well. Now this shows you how I hoard, although I suspect there's other people got things older than that. But old calendars. Okay, this one was just 2018, so that's not too bad. But look at this one, 2013. So I've kept that thinking I'm going to use this, and I've never got round to it. Here's another, 2017, that's not bad. Bit of a run there. Here's one, and this has got 2015. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to have a rummage through this. Love that. You know, you go into shopping centres and they have these little stands with kind of leaflets on them, and I say to myself, I am not going to take any of these. And then by the time I get home, I've got about 20 of them, so I've got quite a few of these. I do read them, and I do look at things that I might go and visit, so, you know, they don't go to waste. So, yeah, I might have a little rummage through this and then see where that takes me to. Now see, I don't have many images of women, but that's quite striking, isn't it? Yeah, so just going to do a bit of work in my Chunky Funky. One thing I do want to do though is to give a shout out to some people. So a few of you let me know that you also work in journals of this sort. So there's Nikki from the channel Smurfy161, she has a Junkie Joe, and Marsha from ZC Creations, she has arting on the ceiling because she did a page upside down, so I'll leave links to them below. But thanks also to Carol, who let me know that she's done 3 big fatties, Weenie, who has Big Bertha, and Janet, who has Enormous Dolores. Also thanks to Alan, who let me know that his granddaughter's now doing something like this. And I'll leave a link to Alan's channel below. He has a music channel, and I just love the music that he creates. So, you know, if you get a chance, go and check him out as well. And thanks to Tina for letting me know that she uses an old phone book for doing the gluing. And I meant to look one out, so I am going to go and see if I can find something just now that I can actually glue on. Because last week all my pages were kind of sticking together. What I did do after working in this, I had lots of little tiny scraps lying about, so I just stuck them down onto this piece of kind of thin cardstock, and not sure what I'm going to do with this, but all those little pieces I think are better stuck down on here rather than just all lying about. So I don't know, I might make them into postcards or ATCs, or we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to get something to stick down on, to glue down on, you know what I mean. Back in a minute. Okay, so I've got an old catalogue. I'll just glue on that. I think I was going to take some images out of this, but if I see any as I go along. So, yeah. Thanks also to everybody, as I rummage through here having a look for some images, I'll just say a couple other things. Thanks also to everybody that left me a kind comment about my eyes. I'm still kind of struggling a bit with them. I think I'm going to give it one more week, and then I'm going to have to go and see, I don't know, an eye doctor or something, because they are really kind of bugging me now. I I need to get this sorted, because if I look at the computer screen for any length of time, my eyes are getting really tired, and you know, I just feel that I'm better trying to get it sorted now than letting that continue. So yeah, just rummaging. Not quite sure what I'm going to find in here. I think some of this has been in here for a while. So it's quite windy again today. You'll probably hear it in the background. I did get snow last week. Got up on Saturday morning to snow. The garden was looking lovely, all covered in white. But the rain came pretty quickly after that, so that chased most of the snow away fairly quickly, although it did kind of snow off and on all day. Let's put these aside at some point. Like the eye. I think I was actually going to do this last week. I was going to start to try and organise these a little bit better, but didn't get the time, or didn't make the time. Not sure which. A lot of old envelopes in here. I need to do something with them. Like that. Okay, I think I'm just going to start to glue down and we will take it from there. I've clearly gone through things at some point. Love that image. Even that, which is just tyres, that's such a cool image, in my opinion. Oh, I'd even cut her out at some point. Right. Let's get going. Too much rubbish lying around now. That away. I know what I didn't do, and that was to get things to put in between my pages while I'm gluing, but we won't worry about that. So yes, snow last Saturday, and then on Wednesday, so just a couple of days ago, the weather was phenomenal. It was 17, which in Fahrenheit will be, what will it be? Will that be about 60 something, 65? I don't know, but it was warm. I'm going to check that. 62.6 Fahrenheit. So that, well, a lot of the times that would be considered summer in Scotland. So yeah, it was. I went out dressed in winter clothes. I had to go out, and I had on obviously t-shirt, jeans. I had on a winter jumper. I then had a scarf on, and I had a body warmer on. You know, one of these sleeveless padded things. Oh, I was warm, to say the least. Especially when I was in the car, it was just so warm. And yeah, I was glad to get my jacket and my scarf off when I could. But it's still very windy. Yesterday wasn't too bad a day. It was quite windy, but it stayed dry. There was little bits of drizzle in the air for quite a while, but all in all it wasn't too bad. But it does tend to get quite windy here in March. You know, that's not unusual. Now, somewhere I do have my little card. There it is. I always worry for the birds when it's as windy as this. I don't know how they hold on. I watch them some days and, you know, their little claws are round the branches and they just seem to hold on, and, you know, they're as light as a feather, the birds. Yeah, light as a feather, but they hold on tight. I worry about nests falling out of the trees at this time of year when it's as windy as that. So more daffodils out this week, which is good to see, and of course yesterday was the first day of spring. Happy spring to everyone. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, happy autumn. I know many of you in you know, parts of Australia in particular will be pleased to be seeing autumn, because I know you get it very hot there as well, and yeah. So wherever you are in the world, I hope the weather is being kind to you. The world, I'm afraid, is not being kind to many people at the moment. It's heartbreaking to see what's going on. I'm not going to dwell on that here, because we all know what's going on. We've seen it, but feel a mixture of heartache and outrage at some of the stuff that's happening. But let's focus on using this just to kind of relax. Going back to my eyes for just a second or two. Not really my eyes, but I just want to also give a shout out to my friend Diana, who has the channel Artfully Yours with Diana. She has an issue. She is legally blind, and you know, she's also an artist. And I know that she made a video recently in which she talks about being an artist and being blind. So, you know, if you get a chance, check out Diana's channel. I like that. I like the kind of brightness of that. Going to get my scissors. Yeah, if you get a chance, check out Artfully Yours with Diana. I'll link her channel below as well. And she's been doing some live streams recently, which I've enjoyed. Yesterday she was experimenting with alcohol inks, so that was good. I watched part of it. I've still to go back and see the rest of it, so I need to get my scissors. So for those of you who do these kind of books, I never know if it's collage books or glue books. I think they're all the same really. But for those of you that do them, do you like to do finished pages, or do you just go in and stick them down, or does it vary? Maybe some days you do one thing and another day you do something different. Let me know what you do. Do you have your images organised? I mean, I quite like to have a good kind of rummage through the box there and just see what jumps out, but I think at one point I did start to try and organise them into things that would just be kind of scraps, you know, background papers, and then to try and have something that might be more a kind of focal image, but they get mixed up. I'm not doing this very well. I watch some people cutting and they can go right round without stopping, whereas I'm more a kind of stop and start. I like to almost kind of cut in little chunks, and then I'm actually cutting through the flower itself. I don't know if you can hear the wood pigeons in the background there. I love listening to them. And in the summer, they start, they're kind of, that sound, thank you pigeon. They start that about 3:30 in the morning. And of course in the summer it's light by then. And it's quite a magical sound, I think. I adore birds. I love that I have so many in the garden here. And I think it was Helen asked if it was a blackbird she could hear at the end of the video last week. It probably was. We get a lot of blackbirds here. They nest in the garden, and then we get the young ones walking about, and we have collared doves. The collared doves are so beautiful. They're so tiny looking. And it's quite interesting because when they have their young, I think they have usually two, and there's maybe a couple of days apart when the eggs hatch. But after a few days, they actually push the little one out the nest, and the little one lives on the ground until it can learn to fly, and that scares me. It scares me, but there's nothing I can do about it. But last year there was a little one going about, and to say I was anxious for it is an understatement. And what they do is, put this on, they just find a place to shelter overnight. You know, they'll wander about all day, and then they just find a place to shelter overnight. And of course you've got to be careful, because if you go near birds, then their parents can abandon them. But this little one last year, there's kind of cats go about. I don't have cats, but there's cats go about, so I'm really fearful for for all birds, but the little ones at that time in particular. And I saw this little collared dove last year, and it was into the base of one of my trees, and there was some kind of old logs there. I just build when branches come down, I just kind of build them up as little features, so it kind of tucked itself in there. But to me it was still quite exposed, so I got this load of leaves. There's still a lot of leaves from the previous autumn and winter lying about, so I got them, and without getting too close to the little bird, I just kind of built it up. So the logs were like this, and then I put them in, and it snuggled into them. I have an image of it somewhere. If I can find it, I'll insert it. But next morning, got up, went to check it, and it wasn't there, and I thought, oh no, cats have been there in the night. However, I saw it just a little while later, and it was fine. And then its brother or sister joined it too, so I don't know where I'm going with this page. So yeah, that it did well. But I do worry. So I now have kind of 3 layers there, but this is chunky, so that's okay. So I know I asked you a question a minute ago, I can't even remember what that question was now, but let me ask another, or perhaps it's the same question. When you're, no, I think I did ask this. So when you're working in your chunky journal, do you just glue down or do you complete full pages? I asked that question, didn't I? I think I'm almost heading towards doing a complete page today. Now I'm cutting that out. Maybe I wanted that one. That would kind of go nice there. I think the blue would go nice with the, yeah, we'll go for this one. But I do like the Sphinx. I've seen that. In real life. So that wind is picking up again. I think it's to rain in a little while. My goodness, it's getting really bad. Feeling this needs to go down now. Just going to go for it. I'm not going to play about. I bought some more glue sticks and I really should have brought them out today because it's a different make. The Pritt Stick's always pretty good, but I saw some cheaper ones in one of the supermarkets, so I was going to test them today, but maybe I'll bring them out next time. There's little bits of white round that, but you know, if needs be I can go round it with a black pen just to kind of disguise that. Right, I think I need some more images just to fill this up, and then I think I'm just going to go with this page for today. So, what have we got? I don't want more of the same. Kind of into these blues and whatnots just now. Let's go with a bit of this. I think these have just been drop sheets at some point. I think this is going to be a bit of a hodgepodge again, but that's okay. It's using up some scraps, so that's okay. And that's the top gone. Working in a really small space here, because obviously when you're working on camera it needs to be quite a small space, but even within that small space I keep losing things. I don't know, I don't think that goes, does it? These were just pieces I'd stamped off on. I was stamping various things. This is from a few months ago. I was making some things for my Etsy shop. Still haven't got round to listing them. I've got 2 journals that I made back in September or October. And then I've got all these cards. Let me show you the cards. Try and better organise some things. So this is a great box. This came from Aldi. I've got a couple of these. So these are all background cards that I've made that I can just stamp on at some point. Put them in a couple of colours, so they're ready. These are things I made ages ago. In fact, I've got a video for that, so if I remember I'll try and link it below. And I just kind of dip into these from old journals from time to time. What else have I got in here? These are the ones I made though. So I made these, a month or so ago. So I'll show them more maybe when I do list them in Etsy, but you can see there where I've been stamping. So I really like these. I think I've got about 5 sets made of them. And I've got, what else have I got? That's about it in this box. These are how these ones started. So inside is a piece of recycled, a kind of postcard. It was kind of advertising postcard. They're then stuck to a very thick piece of watercolour paper, and just got this base down just now with a little bit of gesso on it, and then I will do something else with these. I want to make them maybe just slightly different from the first lot. So yeah, lots of projects on the go. I need to get back to putting some stuff in Etsy, so hopefully do that very soon. So that was just a little wander away from doing this, because I don't know where to go next. I pulled this out, some other little bits and pieces, but I think they're mainly dark colours. I quite like that. I think that was Turkish Delight. I think I printed the recipe for making Turkish Delight, but my printer wasn't working terribly well, so it's just about out of ink. I don't know, does that go? A little bit maybe. Just breaks up that bit of green. Carry it over onto this page. I don't know. Oh, popular today, that's the 3rd time. Excuse me a moment. Okay. So here's another question for you. Do you use anything other than just pieces of paper in your journal of this sort? I know one of the pages that I did at the very, very start, I think it was a Christmas one, I actually went in and added paint. But I don't know, I mean these journals can obviously be whatever we want them to be, but I don't know if a lot of people just use scraps, you know, this kind of thing, or do they go in and actually add paint? Let me know what you do, please. Feeling that I'd quite like that in, even though it's a kind of 2 different. That pink goes with that. I am Miss Popular today. Another text. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I think I maybe said last time, I see images like this, I cut them out and then they just sit. I do nothing with them. And it's such a shame. Move that because that will stick. I'm just going to put this whole piece down. I will kind of go over some of it to break up the kind of hard lines on it, I think. I always smile when I see images like this because, you know, you think, oh, my goodness. And you see the thing, you think, yeah, my goodness. But what these images don't show you are the hundreds of tourists that are also there at the same time as you. So that kind of changes things a little. I don't know. Old bingo cards, would they go? There's a kind of pink one. Why not? Maybe not the full thing. Oh, there's a green one. Green could go in here. Why not? Why not? Right, time for another rummage. That's nice, but that's for a bigger page, I think. Little offcuts, keep them. I do quite like this, but I don't know how I'm going to fit it in. Do like that, do like that. Let's try this. So, the weekend again. The weeks just seem to be flying in just now. In fact, this year has absolutely flown in. You know, I can't believe we're almost at the end of March already. It's scary how quickly time goes. I think that's why I was saying last week that I don't like to wish away time. You know, so as much as I was longing for spring, I didn't want to wish time away for it to come. Here I go again with my not so fussy cutting. I don't know, I was saying last week too, I don't know if it was in this video or I think it was maybe in my other video where I was doing a bit of kind of collage in my positivity journal, that I really admire people that do a lot of collage work because they do make it look so easy, and yet there's an absolute talent to pulling together the pages. I'm just going to go for that. Why not? Why not? Oh, I think I quite like that way, but I want something else underneath there first. I'm just going to stick this down. Ruler, ruler, ruler. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to all stick out like that. So it looks like this is heading to be a double page spread today, which is good. I was kind of thinking, oh, you know, it'd be good to kind of film all the pages that I do in this journal, and then I thought, there's a lot of pages. If I want to get this journal done, I'd be at it for the year, I think, so I'm going to try and do some pages off camera. I don't like the hard line there. Let's remember my coffee. So this feels like a focal image, but it feels like it's missing something up in here. That doesn't seem to go. That I was thinking up here. Let's just stick it down. Let me use my book. Should find the top of my page first. That will do nicely. Oh, I forgot to check what time it was when I started recording. I was going to try and keep it about the same length as last week. I don't know how I would fit this, but let's see. I like that the pink almost matches in with that, but it's such a big image. I'm thinking it should maybe be a different page. And I kind of like that. I think I'm kind of overthinking it now. I'm going to put these to the side and I might come back to them next week. So, back to this and this. Time for another rummage, I think. Okay. Holiday place, exotic flower. I think I'm gonna use her, and I've pulled these out because I feel it needs something more somewhere. Just to kind of set that off. Right, going for it. There we go. She looks like she's on holiday. It might take a bit of sticking down because it's quite thick card. Yeah, we'll live with that. Definitely overthinking things today. Definitely. Quite like the contrast of that. That'll take a bit of sticking down because, as I say, it is thick and it's on the bend there now, so I might need to go back to that a couple of times. What else could I use? So strange because I can sit doing this and I'm not having any difficulty with my eyes, and yet sitting looking at the computer and that's when it's worst. So I cut this out off camera because my cutting is painfully slow. That's quite nice. I like the pink that goes. So yeah, I can sit and do this fine, but if I'm on the computer my eyes get really, really tired. It's the same now when I'm watching TV. So I think what I might try and do is sit and try and work on this in the evening and just maybe listen to something. Excuse me. Listen to something on TV or when I've got a video on or something. I don't like that. I don't think it really goes, but I need to just be getting stuff down. Yeah, so I might try kind of doing some of this kind of thing in the evening just to see if that also helps rest my eyes by not focusing on the computer screen or the TV screen or whatever. This is what I like about glue stick. You know, you do have a certain amount of time to to lift it up. The other thing I'm kind of lacking for this kind of thing is words. I have words in another thing somewhere, but I really need to kind of try and sort them out a bit as well. Make this slightly less egg-shaped. That's what I do. I go to even something up and I lose most of it. Kind of looks like the earth. In my little world, it kind of looks like the earth. Right. I think I am just about done. Simply because I'm not sure what else to do. Put these little numbers down here. Lost a bit of it. I've dug out one of these. I'm wondering if I could put a bit of that up the top. I'm going to lift this again. Will it lift again? Maybe not, maybe not. I'm going to tear it. I think I need to learn to stop kind of procrastinating. Is that the word, procrastinating, when I'm doing this? This was just out of one of those calendars. I am so sloppy when it comes to cutting things out. I wonder if it could come in from the side. Let's go for it. It's big and it's bold, but I think I like it. Oh no, I like that better, I think. Yep, that's what we're doing. Right. Plenty of glue down on this one. Move my little world as well. It moves everything else at the same time. was going to say too many flowers, but really you can never have too many flowers. I can hear the sparrows now. And with that, I think I'm going to call those 2 pages done. I'm going to trim them off and then I'll let you have one final look. So just give me a moment. Right, I've cleared away some of the clutter. I've cut round the edges. I think that makes it look a bit better, a bit neater. Stuff's still sticking over there, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, my 2 pages. I'm actually okay with the way that these have turned out. Yeah, I did kind of dither a bit, but that's okay. So if you've stuck with me to the end of this video, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Do let me know how you work in your journals, if you do use paint or other things, or if it is simply collage. I'd love to know. Got stuff sticking everywhere, but yeah, I hope to maybe do another one of these next week if you are still interested in it, so do let me know. So as always, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Bye for now.